angina. When you grow a pair, you can call me back. When we fell in love, you made my heart drop. And you had me think about you nonstop. That you cried about this and whine about that. When you grow a pair, you can call me back. Yeah, I think you're hot, I think you're alright. Cause you're acting like that shit all the time. You were cool and now you're not just like that. When you grow a pair, you can call me back.
Yep. So, hey, what's up, you guys? Sonic1245 here. Welcome back to GSA Forever. And the song is called Grow Up Hair by Kesha. And before I get on, yes, I am wearing more makeup. So, the eye color is from LA Colors, of course. And it's EP113, and it's Waterworld. And I chose this color right here. And then for my lips, I did not use lipstick. I actually used a jumbo eyeline pencil. Now this is like all liquid. It's like this. It's awesome because it goes on perfect. I also have this for blue, so get ready for tomorrow. This is called CP422 Summer Love. So yeah, that's what this color is called. So back to what we were talking about before. I had to tell you what makeup I'm wearing. This is something, and yes, I had to take off my nails, and today was literally horrible because I was in a bog, B-O-G, for about a good hour and a half, and my pants, my socks, and shoes were soaked. So literally, I walked around school in bare feet for the last like the last period I was there, and for GSA as well. So, yeah. Yesterday, we did Chapter 8, You're Not Alone, where it's Daniel? Where Drake told Daniel about his cuts and everything else. So, remember last chapter of Chapter 8, and then we'll go on to Chapter 9 called He Likes You a Lot. I closed the door behind us and we sat down in his bed. Daniel sat next to me and I looked down for a moment, and then I looked back at Daniel. Daniel, I want to tell you something. It just doesn't seem fair that I know about your scars and you don't know about mine. I said. Daniel's eyes grew huge in shock. I took off my sweatshirt and showed him my cuts. I looked down, trying not to cry. Daniel jumped into a hug and hugged me as tight as he could. He started to cry, and I buried my face into his neck and hugged him tightly. Chapter 9, He Likes You a Lot. Daniel's point of view. It surprised me. A lot. But I'm kind of glad Drake told me about his cuts. It probably should say it. It made me feel a bit better knowing that I wasn't really alone. But it hurt me at the same time. At least he opened up to me. I didn't ever want him to know about my self-harm. I don't think he wants to know. I don't think he wants me to know either. Did he want me to know? Or did he just feel bad that he found out about mine and thought he should show me his? I kept thinking over those questions, hoping I would find the answer to them. I find the answer to most of my questions on my own. Okay, I need to stop playing with my rainbow balloon. But this is more difficult. I don't know Drake that much. It's kind of weird. He already knows something about me. Most people don't even know when I've only known them each other for a day. I looked over at Drake. He was on the floor because we thought it would be a little weird if we shared a bed. He was sound asleep, or at least I think. I sighed and grabbed my phone and listened to music. I put my headphones in and played Never Shout Never. Shifted around to get comfy. Once I got comfy, I closed my eyes and Never Shout Never lured me to sleep. I opened my eyes to the sound of my alarm clock. Before I moved, I felt the bed lift up just a bit. The alarm clock got turned off when my bed sunk back in. I turned over and saw Drake lying down next to me. He smiled. "Good morning," he said. "Morning," I mumbled. How long was he in my bed? I hope you don't mind, but I got uncomfortable on the floor, so I came up here. Oh gosh. Drake explained, sitting up. I shook my head and blushed. Drake wasn't wearing a shirt, and I was staring at his chest. He got up and grabbed his clothes. Where's your bathroom? He asked. 2 rooms over on the right, he replied. I nodded and walked out and stayed in my bed. Well, damn, he's hot. I shook my head, bringing myself out of my mind. I stood up and grabbed my clothes and went down to the other bathroom to take a shower. I was standing in the shower, lost in my thoughts. I couldn't stop thinking about Drake. His chest came to my mind. I got hard. Daniel, hurry up! It's been 10 minutes, my mom called. I jumped a little. God damn it. I turned off the water and dried off, but Drake wouldn't leave my head, so my boner wouldn't go away. Fucking hell! I mumbled to myself. I sighed in relief, remembered that I had skinny jeans. So I got dressed and checked myself before walking out. I think I'm good. It's a little visible. I hope no one will notice. I walked out and Drake greeted me. What took you so long? He chuckled. Sorry, I was spacing out, I replied. I made some eggs for you if you want some. Drake already ate his, my mom said. I blushed in embarrassment that I was a little late and Drake already finished his breakfast. I shook my head. I was hungry, but I don't want to eat alone. It would be awkward. I sat down on the couch next to Drake and looked down and played with the zipper on my sweatshirt. My boner finally went down. I sighed really quietly in relief. You okay? You're shaking a little. Drake gasped. I looked up at him and into his eyes. I nodded. Yeah, I shake sometimes. I don't know why, I replied. Drake put his hand on my back. Probably because you're tense. Drake said, and smiling a little. Relax. I took a deep breath and tried to relax. Time to go wait for the bus, you two, my mom said. Wait, I haven't packed yet, I said. Don't worry. I packed your things for you, even a snack, Drake said. Thanks, I replied, blushing. When Drake and I got to school, Tony and Evan ran to us. Hi, they both greeted. Hey, I replied. So, what did you guys do? Tony asked. I blushed. We didn't do anything bad, but it still felt awkward. Well, nothing much. Talked, listened to music. Got to know each other more? Drake replied. That's it. Tony asked. That's it? Tony asked. Yeah. What were you thinking we did? Drake asked. Tony just shrugged. It was time for gym. Ugh, Tony, Evan, Drake, and I all walked to the gym together. I unlocked my locker and took out my clothes. I changed my shirt, then took off my pants and grabbed my shorts. Right before I put my shorts on, I looked over at Drake. He was in his boxers. I kept staring at him until he got his gym clothes on. Dude, put your clothes on, Evan whispered, yelled in my ear. I looked over at him and I realized I was hard. I had my shorts on, but I had track shorts. People could easily see it. I sat down and covered it. Hey, come on, we gotta get going, Drake said. I looked at him and shook my head. What's wrong? He asked, coming over to me. Don't sit down next to me, I said right when Drake was about to sit down. He got up and stood next to me. Can't he just go behind me? Why? What's wrong? Drake asked. Evan whispered something to Drake in his ear left. Oh, it's okay, Daniel, Drake said with a chuckle. He sat down next to me and rubbed my back. Go, I said. What? Drake said. Leave. I'll be out in a minute, I said. Why? I want to keep you company. I have feelings. You don't like being alone without your friend. And when there's other people around, especially in a situation like this, Drake said. He's right. It's terrifying to be alone in a public space. I'll be fine, he says. I say, sighing. Okay, Drake replied. He got up and left the locker room. Drake's point of view. Where's Daniel? Tony asked. He's still in the locker room, I replied. He's hard, Evan said. Tony nodded. You should go keep him company. He hates being alone or the last one getting out of somewhere, Evan said. I tried to stay, but he wouldn't let me, I replied. Why? Evan asked. Isn't it obvious? Think about it, Tony said. Oh, yeah, now I see, Evan said. What's obvious? Is he gay? That's fine with me, but why did he want me to leave? He's gay. He's gay? I asked. Tony nodded. Why did he want me to leave? I asked. Did he tell you? Tony asked. Tell me what? I asked. He likes you? A lot? You got him hard. He's never got hard in the locker room before. Tony said. Daniel finally came out and walked over to us. I told him for you, Tony said. Told who what? Daniel asked. I could hear in his voice he was scared. I told Drake you like him. A lot. Tony replied. Daniel's face turned bright red. Oh gosh. Okay, I think we will be introduced to a new character tomorrow. I think does it have, okay, it doesn't, like, have a chapter just about this boy, but whatever. I will see you guys tomorrow for, it's just because of my past. Chapter 10. So yeah, and until next time, guys, okay, just ask the GSA. Mwah!